Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to work with layers. So, you've noticed in the previous video, I created a viewport layer. Right over here, we have two layers, there's zero and viewport. So, I'm going to show you how to make use of more layers. Okay, so let's go back to the model space. And now I want to have a layer for outlines. Okay, because you notice these are construction lines. So supposing we want to make them bigger or bolder, then we definitely need another layer. That's the outline layer. Okay, so in future we're going to look at more layers. You would be working with um, four or more layers. Okay, yeah. So these are the most basic. You have layer zero, and you definitely need a viewport layer. Then you need the outline layer. At some point you'll need the hidden layer, and then we're going to need the outline layer for sure. So creating layers is very easy. So you simply click the layer properties button over here, and that small window opens up. So in addition to the two layers we already have, let's create the outline layer. Let's type outline, let's enter, and I'm not going to add the hidden layer now or the dimension layer now, so I'll just show you how to work with this one, and then you can go from there. Because we don't have any hidden details here. Okay, so for this outline, you can choose a different color if you want. Okay, because this is white, which is also a substitute for black. As if the background is white, then this color will be black, and if the background is black, then the color is white. Just like that, they interchange. So for the color, you can choose a different color if you want, different color of the outline. Let's try something different this time. Let's try something like maybe red. Red is brighter, so let's try red. Okay, then line type, of course, is continuous. Okay, because we want the outline to be a continuous line. We reserve other line types for things like hidden detail, center line, okay, and so on. So yeah, what we're going to do is to in case you need more lines, you can always load them up here, because you notice there's only one line here, so you can load. And you see there's this SCAD ISO something, ISO dash. You can use this for your hidden layers, hidden detail. Same goes for this. And you can use this for the cutting plane, long dash, two short dashes. Then there's one we can use for the center line. This one is labeled center. There's also a default for hidden if you want it somewhere here, hidden. Okay, so but we're not going to get into that now. Just go ahead and cancel that. I want the line type to be continuous, but I want the line weight to be let's make it this, or we could make it this. Okay, 0.35 mm. Click OK. Yeah, and you're done. So close this. So now what I'm going to do is to select the objects I want to be outlined, and then you simply have to add them to that layer. So go ahead and select this object, for instance, and go to the layer, that drop down list, and choose outline. So it's going to turn, the color is red, but the weight is still the same. Yeah, because we haven't activated this. There's an icon over here. Well, it's not an icon, it's more of a button that can enable you to show or hide the line weight. So if I click it, then we are able to see that line weight. Okay, depending on how much of the line weight you want, that's what you will see here. Okay, so there's that icon. So you can turn it on or off like that. So if you can't see that icon, you can always come here. You have a customization menu at the right hand corner and look for you're going to be looking for this. If it's checked, then you have that icon there, sorry, you have that button there, and if it's unchecked, then that button disappears. So you make sure it's checked. So yeah, turn it on or off. So if you go to our layout, same thing. Well, the line weight should be what we want, and the reason is this small is because of well, the size of my screen. But if it were on actual paper and you have that option, then well, on actual paper you would need to check the setting here, page setup. There's something we did not check. Oh, it's already checked. Plot object line weights. So if it's checked, then the line weight will be printed, will be plotted in that sense. So okay, yeah. Alright, so this one you can only see it if you really zoom, and if you compare with this one, you'll see that there's a difference. Or we could still go ahead and change the weight to a different. We could change to something bigger, like 0.5. Okay, so 0.5. Yeah, there's really not much of a difference, but you can see in comparison to this is slightly bigger. Okay, so we can go ahead and print this, and you see that, yeah. So let me just print it on my desktop, save. Okay, let me just overwrite whatever was there, and yeah, so if I zoom in, you can really see that line weight in comparison to this. Okay, we can actually set this to 0. The one in construction, we can just set it to 0 so that it appears as faint as possible. So let me go and do that, and just that. We can set this one, the default 0. We can just call it 0 0. Okay, save. Okay, I didn't really need to save, but yeah, print. Okay, then yeah, and desktop, so save, overwrite. Yeah, now you can really see that difference. Okay, so the one that is 0 it should be faint if you plot it on paper. Yeah, don't worry about this one. It's just a display of this view Adobe something. But if I try to zoom in, well, it kind of appears faint. Well, yeah, we'll set it to 0, but this one should be clear. Okay. Alright, so that's it about layers.